This is Mirabella's kitchen, and today I'm making mozzarella sticks. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. I started by taking about 16 ounces of mozzarella cheese. I used a block of cheese, though I do recommend using string cheese as another option. I was trying to find the best way to shape this cheese to be like traditional mozzarella sticks. And using a block just made it pretty hard. Some were short and stumpy, some were really thin and flat. Regardless, cheese is gonna end up being cheese, but if you're looking for that quintessential look, or if you just want things to be easier, just use string cheese. Next, I'm gonna get a breading station going. So I'm using 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs, though I ended up using about 3 to 4 cups total, considering the number of mozzarella sticks I made. I used 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm starting with 3 large eggs, so I do believe I ended up using about 6. I'm gonna season the breading with some dried parsley. I started with 2 teaspoons of it, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon coarse kosher salt, and about 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper to the initial 2 cups. I increased that when I added more cups. I mix that together with a fork. And then I'm gonna whisk the eggs. So I take a piece of cheese, coat it in the flour. I then coat it in the eggs. I put it into the breadcrumb mixture, evenly coating both sides. I'm going to double bread these, so I put it back into the egg and coat it, and then coat it again with the breadcrumbs, and I repeat this times like 20. I put this onto a baking sheet lined with tin foil and then cover it with tin foil. Put it into the freezer for about 1 hour. I take my large nonstick skillet. I add in about 1 to 2 inches of canola oil. I heat it until it is 325 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I start dropping in the mozzarella sticks and cook them for about 90 seconds on each side until the cheese is melted but not completely liquid. So be careful, my oil was splattering me and it was very uncomfortable to do the whole course. So when they're that nice golden brown, they're good to be removed. You can put them on a wire rack, on a plate, on a platter. I'm also gonna pair this with a marinara sauce. So I take a saucepan, heat it over medium heat, though I recommend medium-low heat. I add in some olive oil, about 1/2 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon dried basil, and I mix that together, though it started to burn, which is why I recommend a lower heat. I'm then gonna add in my tomato sauce. I'm using about 1 can, about a 15-ounce can, and I'm gonna mix that all together. And see, it's splattering, it's just too hot. So lower the heat down to like low, cook it down. Those are my mozzarella sticks. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.